Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be an Into the Void match between Saro and Eduardo here on King's Cove, the latter edition. Into the Void is just bronze and silver and gold level replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com, the subject of Into the Void. Top left-hand corner, we've got the red Terran player Saro, and in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the blue Protoss player Eduardo. Okay, both players are sending out workers. This doesn't feel like a scouting probe, Eduardo. What are you up to, man? What are you up to? Walking past the gold, walking past the dinosaur bones. Oh, the SCV saw this. But, and Into the Void, and Midrig Menace as well. Sometimes if your unit sees something, you don't see it because you are not looking at the minimap or the worker. So, look at the minimap, especially while you are scouting. Alright, so Forge here.
Is under attack.
Forge here, Gateway. If you see a Forge from Protoss Terran fans, it's probably going to be a cannon rush. So go ahead, run around, try to find that probe. Try to find... Man, this is hard. This is hard to recognize. I don't know. I think at this point I would send out another, well, maybe your Reaper is going to be here fast enough to go ahead and find this over here, but we will see, man. All right, so Eduardo has a plan. Has a plan indeed, but a single Reaper here, a single Reaper could go ahead and ruin you, Eduardo. It could cause you some major problems to your mining time. Cannon here is nice. It's real good against Zerg, not so good against units that can hop up cliffs like Reapers can. So, man, look at this SCV working hard. Get out of there, SCV. You gotta go. You don't want to die for no reason, buddy. And by golly, he does add 3 shots from that cannon, as is tradition. Reaper on the way. And I do have a Reaper name. Hold on. Let's see if I can find that real fast. Where are you, Reaper man? Friend here. Here's the guy. Alright, so Reaper's name is... Oh no, I didn't update it. Well, it's a retread, but it's the jerk who spoiled Han Solo's death for me. No backstory needed. Time for you to explode. See, look, this is where Reaper control for Saro, if it's good enough, he just wins this. If he kills, he can kill every probe here. This Zealot is outside the wall. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There is an Adept on the way, but the Reaper's going to get several kills here because it's an Into the Void game. This probe is hiding inside the gas. I don't think Eduardo is even reacting to this, you guys. He's not responding. He moved a probe, I thought, to react, but instead, what ended up happening was it just went into the gas. The Adept shows up. 5 kills on this, 6 kills on this Reaper. And he can actually keep running around and maybe get a couple more, unless he runs into that cannon, which he might do. He just gets out. So yeah, 20 to 14 workers. Saro is up big time here, but the shenanigans for Eduardo are continuing outside here. Now, you should notice here that a pylon is missing. If you're Eduardo and you come in and you see this many workers and this many buildings and this many adepts, and there's only one pylon, there's another one out there somewhere, man. And you need to find it, and not an expansion. The problem with these lower level games is that if you don't see an expansion, you don't see a lot of stuff, either the player is bad or they're doing something shenanigan-y. And in the highest levels of StarCraft, you would just assume the player is doing shenanigans. And they're not bad because they're not bad. But at this lowest level, it's 2 options you kind of got to decide between. And man, this Reaper, fantastic job, man. 7 kills on him. He might not explode at all. So tanks in production. Saro here. And really, the way this works is, if you want to improve, if you want to get out of Into the Void, if you want to get out of bronze and silver and gold, you need to work on your macro. What you need to do here is have a build order. It looks like you have an expansion down, which is awesome. Looks like you've got tanks, you got Marines here, you're floating a bit of money here, but your saturation looks okay. You just need to be constantly making SCVs and constantly making supply depots so you don't get supply blocked. And then at that point, honestly, make Marines if you want. Go ahead and make tanks if you want. Whatever you want to here at this lowest level, it almost doesn't matter. If you have twice as much stuff or 4 times as much stuff as your opponent, oh gosh, this Reaper, he's backed into a corner. Combat drugs are healing him up. Can he get back inside the main? Jukes! Oh, the jukes on this Reaper are amazing. This is one of the best Reapers I've ever seen in Into the Void. He goes back in for more kills, you guys. The problem, I think, here for Sorrow is that he's spending too much time harassing and not enough time spending his money and not enough time macroing back home. Because he's got 9 kills. He's doing awesome, but he's also floating 800 minerals and 500 gas. He hasn't made an SCV for a while. He's not saturated his natural base at all in 5 minutes. So that's the big deal here. Void Ray's getting proxied by Eduardo. And yeah, I think the problem here for Sorrow is that he's just not ready for anything, really. I mean, if a bunch of charge lots showed up, you'd be dead. I guess there are Marines down here, but in production, some Vikings, which I really love to see. He's accidentally countering these Void Rays with Vikings and Marines, which is awesome. Reaper, get out. Reaper, get out of here. So he knows there's still not an expansion. So this absolutely has got to be some kind of a proxy attack. Or again, your opponent is bad, in which case I guess this is Sorrow just moving out to kill him. So we'll see. We'll see if this works out for him. Might as well bring the Vikings along. Yeah, additional Marines pushing off here. Army supply is 22 to 10 in favor of Sorrow. Is this Reaper still... Oh my gosh, this Reaper is still doing stuff. Absolutely amazing. Alright, he's dead now though, right? Stalker. Stalker. No! 10 kill Reaper today. Tank's going to set up on this low ground. Very nicely done. Sorrow still not really spending his money that well. 700 minerals and 700 gas there. Tank set up. Marine's going to go up on that high ground. Tank firing on that cannon. Marine's going to help take it down here too very quickly. Bam! Now we're inside the house. So Sorrow thinks he has this game won. The problem is there are 4 Void Rays on the other side of the map. Eduardo could honestly keep making some more. He is supply block now, so never mind. Supply block comes in. We are dead and dead in the water. So this is pretty, it's going to come down to Eduardo's ability to do something with these Void Rays. Sorrow still nothing in the production tab. Always be making stuff. Hotkey your barracks. Hotkey your factories. Make some cyclones. Make some something. Oh, the Reaper finds it. The Reaper finds all of this stuff. This is really good. The Reaper, man, what a hero Reaper this is. Void Rays. Oh, did they get recalled home? Something happened with those Void Rays. I don't know what it was, but Eduardo's down to 1 single worker right now. So the tank's going to set up, try to take down that cybernetics core. Not going to happen, man. Prismatic alignment on those Void Rays kills armored stuff like crazy good. Crazy, crazy good here. Okay, so Sorrow, at this point, you know your opponent only has Void Rays. At this point, you're making Marines. I do love that there are Marines in production. He's double pumping them out of that barracks. Additional production facilities you need off of 2 bases. Additional Vikings would be great too. Double pumping Vikings would be incredible here, Sorrow. But nothing happening at the starport. So this is going to come down to it here, man. The Vikings from distance. Now, you can kite Void Rays forever, is what you can do here. Yeah, this is some good trading. The Vikings are built, honestly, to kill Void Rays. They're faster. They hit from distance. They can kite like crazy, and that is beautiful stuff here. 3 Void Rays remaining. Sorrow's continuing to make Void Rays and continuing to make Marines. Now, he just needs to hold, I think. Oh, no, 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 no. Kite, kite, kite. Oh, you got to get out of there, man. The Vikings have distance. You got to pull back and attack. You know how to do that because you have the Reapers. Your Reaper control is pretty great. 2 more Vikings coming out. And again, 2 Vikings theoretically should be able to take this sucker down. There's a Cyclone here. Marines ready to rock, but the Void Rays are coming into the main where the Marines don't happen to be right now. They need to get back into the main immediately. The Vikings need to focus down the wounded Void Ray. Get out of there. No, 1 down. Yeah, Vikings are a little bit stupid. Oh, they're trailing in 1 at a time. No, 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 no. There you go. Nice job. Pulling out. Pulling out. Where'd your Cyclone go? Is your Cyclone here? Cyclone is not here. Use that lock-on ability on the Cyclone now. Vikings and Marines need to attack at the same time. They are not doing so. The Marines are doing pretty well here, though. Man, Marine anti-air, even without upgrades, is just insane. And Sorrow does manage to hold on there. And I think that's it. I think Sorrow managed to do it. He managed to get out just enough units to handle the Void Rays of the proxy Void Ray attack that Eduardo was going for. Sorrow's harassment was incredible. Incredible Reaper harass. If he can also work on macroing back home at the same time, that production tab looks much better here. Making upgrades. working on additional production facilities here. He is making a couple SCVs at a time. He's muling very nicely, too. That pylon is going to die before a Void Ray pops out. Bad times. Bad times for Eduardo. And that's going to be all she wrote here. So nicely done by Sorrow getting that win. I say. I mean, this is a sneaky twofer, by the way, if you're sticking around. Don't go anywhere. There's another game here coming up next. Also, hit that like button if you enjoy these lower level kind of educational, entertaining streams. Entertaining games this way. Also expanding to a third base. Expansion timing's a little bit late, but you have the basic concept here, which is nice. That Voider's not getting out, is it? Eduardo hates his life. Lock on a pylon, and bam, Eduardo is out. Sorrow has won the game with the third base. So yeah, Sorrow, pretty good job. The Reaper harass was fantastic. Did end up finding the proxy stuff, which was very nicely done by the Reaper there, and resulted in making Vikings, Marines, Cyclones. Those are all things you want against Void Rays. Again, just you need to be spending your money better, Sorrow. You need more additional production facilities if you can't spend it fast enough. You need to always be making something. I know it's hard. I know it is hard to do that as a Zerg player. I struggle doing the same thing. But you can make it happen, man. We can work on this together. You could have a huge scary army at 7 minutes, at 6 minutes. Go for a timing push. I would really recommend going to LOTV.spawningtool.com and finding some really basic Terran build orders, especially against Protoss. Those are really popular right now, and they're really strong against a race that, honestly, if it gets into the late game with Protoss, Terran struggles a bit. So if you want to find some of those two base attacks, you'll do a pretty good job. Get yourself familiar with build orders and timing attacks and rise up in that ladder. I believe you can do it, man. So let's go ahead and check out another game here coming up with our sneaky twofer. We will be right back. Game 2 of our sneaky twofer will be between Sorrow and I Am Too Good here on King's Cove, the ladder edition. Top left-hand corner, red Terran player Sorrow. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the blue Protoss player. I Am Too Good. Right, man. Good luck getting to a level where that name actually describes your skill level. All right, man. So Sorrow is back in another TVP. Once again, worker scouting. Again, I generally approve of this. Okay? Okay, I know what there are people going to tell you that worker scouting is not a big deal. It wastes mining time, but man, at this level, if you can see something coming. Ooh, bunk. 2 probes here. 2 probes out here going out from I Am Too Good. And he is going for the forge. All right, man, you see a forge first. You pull another SCV. You go scouting. You try to find what on earth is going on here. You look. This probe is running around 2 SCVs off the line to follow it. I think just 1 is enough. You don't necessarily need 2 here. But in the meantime, the production tab is empty. See, look, Sorrow tab is not doing anything while chasing this probe around. This probe comes juking back in. Oh, this is so sneaky from I Am Too Good. Maybe he is too good. I Am Too Good. Are you smurfing? Are you smurfing today? Are you much better than this person you're up against because you lost a bunch of games to get knocked down a few levels? Oh, this is so much investment. So much investment here. All right, so the trick right now, Sorrow, is what you want to do. This is pretty good, actually. If you can kill that probe. And he does. Oh, he gets the probe, but 2 cannons are already coming up. And the secondary probe is coming in to throw that down. So at this point, evacuate your position. All right? These cannons are not going to kill you. Prevent the probe from getting up the ramp, okay? That needs to be your goal right now. This SCV needs to fight the probe. Is not working on that, though. So go ahead, lift off your barracks. Make a factory at this point. He is making a factory. Okay, really good. 1 tank is all you need to shut this down. Again, do not let the probe up here. Kill the probe. No, the high ground belongs to the cannons now. And now, all right. So this is actually pretty decent here, man. This Protoss player, come on, man. I don't know if he belongs in these lower levels. He has some really nice placement down here. He canceled pylons because he didn't need them for blocking anymore. Oh, that's amazing. But yeah, it looks like you're doing the right thing to get a tank out, which I am pretty on board with that. SCV, don't die. Good job not dying here. You know what's really good? It's just some Marines parked right there. Okay, if you just park him here so the probe tries to come up and get shot. I think he's doing it. I think Sorrow's doing this, which is fantastic stuff. Marines in production. Is there anything coming up now? This is Cannon Rush. This is as Cannon Rushy. Just kidding. There is a Zealot and a Cybernetics core here from I Am Too Good. Yeah, here we go. Marine firing. One probe does go down. Tank now. Tank, 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 tank. Tank. Sorrow, make a tank. You don't have enough gas for a tank. You did get a second refinery here, so that's good. All right, man. Make a tank as fast as you can. Make a tank as fast as you can. Ah, we're through. Zealot is inside the house. Tank is not out. Marines are rallying into cannon range. Not what you want to be doing, man. Pull back out of cannon range. All right, so the Zealot dies. That's good stuff. And you can actually... No, Sorrow! Okay, big problem here, Sorrow, is your unit control. Whatever you do with your Marines, you do not walk into range of these cannons. You can sit here and kill that pylon. You can sit here and kill that Zealot. He's still not making a tank. All right, he's going to afford one now, right? Yes, he certainly can, but he is panicking. He's making Marines. He is supply blocked trying to build a tank because he lost that supply depot. Yeah, this is classic panic here. Panic at the Disco. Oh, that probe kills that Marine. Where you're under attack, you're trying to make a lot of different decisions here all at the same time. It's just, you're forgetting stuff because you're under attack so much. Supply depot is produced. Tank in production now. Is it too little, too late? I don't know. That's a shield battery. Dude, focus that one down. That's your cannon. Not the shield battery. Kill the cannon. You're not sure what to kill here, unfortunately. I guess the shield battery is going to go down, but the cannon's going to finish. And now we're in trouble. Prioritizing targets here, man. Marines popping out. This is a really close game right now. Okay, he got it. Pull back again. All right, here's your tank. SCVs, I don't know that you're needed here, guys. Tank sets up. He's firing on the low ground, but then a Void Ray comes in. He made a Stargate down here. I am too good. I am too good. Oh, man. This is some has level stuff here. 124 APM in bronze and silver is, this is feeling very well executed, man. All right. Well, that's going to be it. That was close. That was nip and tuck, but Sorrow's going to lose that game. So, yeah, in general, replace the supply depot that you lose. Get tanks out. Get tanks and Marines out here. Because then the Void Rays show up, and, well... Nice. Nice job pulling the wounded one back there from I Am Too Good. Additional cannon coming up. I mean, I Am Too Good is just, he's doing the thing. Once again, the Void Rays are here to kill the tank. And they're going to succeed at it. Oh, there's a shield battery down here, too. There is a shield battery down here, too. So, that is all she wrote. No more tanks for you. I guess for this one. You still have this one coming in. But it is currently 5 to 23 workers. Yeah, this is either a newer account for I Am Too Good. That was mean. All right, well, I mean, just, you never see that at the lower levels, right? The pylon, cannon, cancel this one. I mean, this feels at least platinum, maybe even diamond, just at the level of execution, the continuing to tech up while running probes around and getting up to that high ground. And yeah, I mean, what Sorrow should have done, just abandon this high ground, lift up, land over here, lift up, land over here, make a tank as fast as possible, replace your supply depot, and throw a bunker up like right here. And then just don't lose any Marines to these cannons early on. You're going to be in a much better position. And then don't lose the SCVs either. I mean, it really kind of snowballed from when you lost those Marines. Getting too close to these cannons, you didn't need to. You had the Marines here to cover that area and kill this pylon. You could have done it. Meanwhile, continue to pump those units. Just Marines and tanks. Marines and tanks would have done it. One tank, honestly, enough to shut this down. And Marines to protect it from this Void Ray follow-up. So, good games, though. Good little lobby games that you are going to see from time to time out on the ladder. So, hope this was useful. Hope this was this is entertaining for Into the Void, because that is going to be it from me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft II Legacy of the Void, and you're Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so you must run. And it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on, looking for reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the void. And you're running into